guest tonight is known all over the world as Captain James T. Kirk. He's also an accomplished director and writer, and his latest work is called Delta Search. Right here, please welcome William Shatner.
Well, I thought I'd bring a little class to the show.
It's about time a man of dignity is here, finally.
Couldn't believe it. I wanted to ask Fran Drescher to say, here, take this. This will help you. It's chicken soup. I thought maybe it would be sexy. But she's gone. Would you mind saying it?
Here, take this. It's chicken soup.
It won't work.
I thought that was sexy. Oh.
Well, do I smell?
The guy who's going to bring class to the show is here, ladies and gentlemen. What do you mean, do you smell?
I came from... Yeah, take a good sniff.
I get the...
Skunk?
Okay. Smell Captain Kirk, okay.
Oh, the skunk?
No, I don't smell a thing.
I hit... I was on the road in Kentucky last night, and I hit a skunk.
Seriously?
Hit a skunk, and and I stopped the car.
Much damage to his car?
That's very funny.
Crowd turning on me. Beam me out of here.
Obviously not fast enough.
Yeah. So you hit a skunk,
I hit a skunk, and I was reminded as a kid, I was starting to drive, and I hit a dog, and my father was with me in the car. I said, move on, you can't help the dog, you can't keep going. It was slippery in the traffic. So I was reminded, a flashback, so I stopped my car to try and help the skunk. I mean, what was I going to do?
Mouth to mouth on a skunk?
I was hoping it would be that end. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And,
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I told you I lift up the...
yeah, you did that, yeah.
So I'm standing looking at the skunk, and another car comes by and hits the skunk again, and the skunk releases, and I'm doused in skunk.
Really? You don't? I don't smell a thing.
Well, I didn't know what to do. I had a cellular phone in the car, and I reached in, I got the phone, and I dialed 911.
You're a communicator.
And I'm hello. She says, "This is 911. Can I help you?" And I said, "I'm William Shatner."
Well, that's someone there right away.
And she said, "Do you understand? Do you realize how important these lines are? You're playing some sick joke." She hung up.
Oh my God! Well, this is wrong because your 911 show.
So I called back.
People, yeah. And you
said, "Look, I stink." She said, "Do you realize how important this line is?" And you're playing some sick joke. I couldn't get it. So I saw some lights up ahead. It was a gasoline station with a store attached to it, and I ran over. I didn't want to get in my car, and I said, "Do you have any cans of tomato juice?" Because I had a dog that had been hit by a skunk, and somebody said, "Put on tomato juice."
That's the old wives' tale, is douse it in tomato juice.
The old wives' tale. That's exactly what it is. So he handed me 5 cans of tomato juice, and I put all the tomato juice all over me.
You went through all that, and you're still here? God,
well, and then I heard an ambulance coming, and the ambulance, I guess somebody had called because my car, and the ambulance drove up, and I've got tomato juice all over me. So they yelled, "Lie down, you're in shock, you're bleeding from the..."
My God.
So I said, "Thank God you're here," and I went to them, you know. They got back in their ambulance, and they drove off, and that's really the end of the story. I drove home and took a shower as best I could.
Well, it was very nice of you to still make it here. You know, you brought up Rescue 911, of course, the show you've been doing, and I'm curious, have you ever filmed a segment on that show that you just you couldn't show on TV? You filmed something in it, because you guys are always just arriving at the scene, and sometimes something pretty shocking might show up.
Oh, yeah, there were several. The one that comes to mind, it was a married couple, and I guess they'd been married a long time, and they were trying to jazz up their sex life or something. I don't know. And so he tied her to the bed naked.
Right.
And he got into his Batman costume. And
I'm glad to know there are others out there. You know?
Well, you had the goats here, and that didn't work. You had the sheep back there, so the Batman...
I've tried it all, my friend.
You tried the Batman on your sheep, I guess.
Oh, let's not get into that, but
okay.
Yes.
Well, that's what the sheep said.
Oh, please!
And, no, okay.
What happened?
I don't know. It just went into the
I'm calling my mom tonight. Don't catch
Don't watch the show.
But anyway, so seriously...
So the guy got on the dresser...
in his Batman outfit.
In his Batman outfit, and he was going to leap off the dresser onto his wife who was tied to the bed. And he hit his head on the ceiling and fell to the floor unconscious. And the wife starts call an ambulance because her husband's lying bleeding on the floor. So eventually the rescue people came in, bashed down the door, and there's this guy unconscious in the Batman, and she's prostrate on the bed. It was one of those segments we couldn't use.
Oh, why not?
Well, I kept fighting for it, but they kept saying no.
Well, that's the kind of thing we use here. Can we have it?
Right. Well, they didn't want to show all the blood on the floor.
I understand. My God, that's amazing. Yeah. That's incredible. You know, I got to mention this book because we're running low on time. But
well, why don't you mention the book?
Yes, Captain. The book is Quest for Tomorrow. It's Delta Search. Tell us, this is to get kids interested in reading.
Yes, it's one of 3 books. It's a trilogy, Delta Search being the first of it. And it was written with the idea of mine of trying to interest youths, as well as adults, of course, to read. And it's all about a young man who has his adventures in trying to discover himself and his manhood. And I think it's a really interesting book. Vivid and colorful.
There's one, can you just read this paragraph right here? I thought a reading was appropriate, and I was wondering...
Well, it is designed to help read. What have you got here?
Just right here. Just this is a paragraph from the book. I thought maybe you could just give that a read, and you've got a beautiful voice, and...
Well, remember, this is about an adolescent, and it's designed to interest adolescents in their problems, and... he hoisted his butt up on the creaking...
Can you start again?
He hoisted his butt up on the creaking safety railing and began to pick at the crop of pimples forming at the base of his nose. It would have been a major eruption, no doubt, thanks to the fact that he had forgotten his anti-acne pills.
I was just thinking that sounds like something Batman would have in his belt, doesn't it?
His anti-acne pills.
Anti-acne pills.
I'm not going any further with that. That's,
okay. I just
why class up the show now?
No, I just cracked open the book this morning, and I saw that, and I thought it's got him hoisting his butt up on the creaking safety railing, picking at a crop of pimples, and I was like, oh, my God.
And you outlined it in yellow,
yes,
too.
Yes, I did,
and
I made you read it on national television. I win, Now,
buy the book, and I'll win.
Because that's the important thing. William Shatner, the book is called Quest for Tomorrow, Delta Search, and, man, we didn't get to talk about all the other stuff, too. Will you come back soon?
I hope so.
We always have a good time. Thank you. William Shatner, everybody. Paul Lucas is coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. On this program, Pierce Brosnan is going to be with us. Pierce Brosnan. We also have from the movie Sling Blade, Billy Bob Thornton will be here. That's an amazing movie. You want to see him. And musical guest Robert Palmer, the best-dressed man in rock and roll, is going to be with us. Yeah? You thought it was you?
No, I thought Max is going to be mad about that.
Oh, wait, Max, the second best.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, Max, I screwed up. The second best-dressed man in rock and roll. All right. He's going to kick my ass after the show. All right, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, Paul Lucas is going to show us some amazing stuff, and someone's going to get hurt, so you want to see that.